my negative thoughts are really getting to me. So, as I come to you in silhouette, I think I'll spend the rest of my run trying to come up with another Lin-Manuel Miranda inspired rap. Despite the fire/cringe Lin-Manuel Miranda inspired rap I composed during my long run this week, week 12 was without a doubt the worst week of running I've had since the start of this training block. Let's not beat around the bush, and let's not start on the bad. Instead, let's start with the good. 1. I finished the month of August with 138 miles run. This is no small feat for me. It was 35 miles more than July and double what I ran in June. My previous monthly high was 112 miles during my peak of half marathon training, so this is an accomplishment for me. 2. My final 2 runs of the week were on vacation. Sometimes I find it hard to motivate myself to run on vacation, but I also find it really fun to run in new locations. And my last run of the week finished somewhere really fun. Keep watching to see where that was. 3. The potential injury I mentioned last week in my left foot so far appears to be a non-issue. It's not completely gone, but it hasn't gotten worse despite a full week of training. I'll take any win I can get, because now, let's talk about the bad. 1. As I teased in the opening, this was by far my worst week of training yet. Of my 5 runs, I came up short on 3 of them. I cut a scheduled 7-miler short due to timing. I cut my tempo run short due to tiredness in my legs. My long run was a complete disaster. I managed 13 of the 15 scheduled miles, but the heat and humidity really got to me. After mile 5, I completely fell apart, needed several walking breaks, ran out of water, and struggled to finish the remaining 8 miles. In the grand scheme of 4 months of training, this is bound to happen some, but it's beyond disheartening for it to happen 3 times in 1 week. 2. Eating. This time, I'm not talking about my propensity for snacking on cheddar crackers shaped like an adorable fish. Rather, I'm talking about inadequate fueling before, during, and after my longer and harder running efforts. I think I've dialed in my fueling during the longer runs with my gels, and adding in electrolytes has helped. But I don't think I'm even close to figuring out how best to fuel before and after running. Before runs, I typically don't leave myself enough time to eat anything substantial. And after runs, I'm usually rushing to get ready for work, or shower and play with the kids, or something else to focus on eating a proper meal. I think if I can work hard on this aspect of training in the next few weeks, I think I might see some good changes in my running. 3. This video series. Okay, it's not bad exactly, but it's taking up a ton of time. I really do enjoy documenting the process and crafting a story from my training each week, but it's taking a toll. And I'm trying not to sugarcoat things when they get tough, so yeah, this is tough for now. Runs for the week. Day 1 was one of only 2 successful runs for the entire week. It was 12 by 200 meters with 200-meter recoveries in between, with a 1-mile warm-up and 1-mile cooldown. These track workouts are always hard, but also sort of freeing. Total distance on the run was 4.75 miles in 42:34. Week 12, day 1. I'm out here today for 200-meter repeats. I'm back at the track, monitoring my foot situation, trying to make sure I don't injure that more. As of now, feeling okay, just did the 1-mile warm-up. Now, on to the sprints. That was rep 12, incredibly difficult. Foot feels okay. Not great, but not worse. That's it for today. Just a cool down mile. On to the next one. Day 2 was meant to be 7 miles easy. Since I snoozed my alarm too many times, I only had time for 6 miles. It's not the end of the world to cut a single mile from a workout, but it's still sort of a flop on my end. For the 6 miles, I averaged 9:54 per mile with an average heart rate of 133. Week 12, day 2. The plan this morning was to run 7 miles. However, as I'm sure many of you do, I hit snooze on my alarm. And so I only have time for 6 miles. I debated just skipping the run altogether because I'd rather be sleeping. But 6 miles is better than no miles. Mile 1, 9:49. Mile 2, 9:50. Mile 3, 10:01. Mile 4, 9:55. Mile 5, 10 flat. Mile 6 in 9:46. You know, sometimes these midweek runs, I kind of just get up, get dressed to get out the door, a little stretching, a little fluids before, but during those runs I just feel like a zombie. I don't know how I finish them sometimes, but that's another one in the books. On to the next one. Day 3 was a 1 mile warm-up, followed by 2 miles at 8:47 per mile, and then a 1 mile cool down. I was on the right track until I got to the end of the tempo middle miles. I cut the cool down short and only managed a quarter mile before calling the workout. Total time for the run was 29:49 with an average heart rate of 140. Week 12, day 3. The goal for today is 4 miles with the middle 2 miles at 8:47 per mile. I'm tired, but I'm out here. Mile 1, 9:40. Mile 2, 8:42. Mile 3, 8:36. Those middle 2 miles took me out, man. And I have a race in a week and a half marathon, to sort of see where I am. And based on that effort, it's not looking good. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. I went ahead and cut my cool down by a lot because my legs just don't have it. And I'm hurting. No need to push it on a training run. And I did accomplish those important 2 middle miles. So I'll take that as a partial win. As I did in week 11, I swapped my long run to Saturday for the week. Since I was out of town in North Carolina for a family wedding, it worked better for my schedule to do the 15-mile effort on Saturday instead of Sunday. But, as I mentioned before, the run was not good. Not only was I supposed to go 15 miles, I was also supposed to do the run with an average pace of 8:47 per mile. That did not happen. I ended up running just 13 miles with an average pace of 9:38 and an average heart rate of 145. Week 12, day 4. Today I'm out for 15 miles. I am in North Carolina for a family wedding. So I'm at a new route. Found a 4.5 mile loop around a lake. The goal for today was supposed to be 8:47 per mile. LOL. I could barely do 2 of those the other day. So my goal for today is to run 15 miles faster than I did last week. Mile 1, 9:10. Mile 2, 8:53. Mile 3, 8:50. Mile 4, 9:06. Mile 5, 9:23. Mile 6, 9:57. My negative thoughts are really getting to me. So, as I come to you in silhouette, I think I'll spend the rest of my run trying to come up with another Lin-Manuel Miranda inspired rap. Mile 7, 10:08. Mile 8, 9:49. Mile 9, 9:39. Mile 10, 9:44. Mile 11, 10:15. Mile 12, 9:45. Mile 13, 10:23. I have to call it there for today. I'm absolutely spent. Had to ditch the Camelback after mile 12 because I ran out of water. So I'm back to my car to pick up this, which helped a little bit. That was not the run I was hoping for. Through mile 5, felt okay. It's going strong. Wheels absolutely fell off after that. However, I did promise a Lin-Manuel Miranda inspired rap. So let me catch my breath and then I'll give you that. All right, caught my breath, composed myself, and now as promised, a Lin-Manuel Miranda inspired rap composed entirely on this run. Be forewarned, it is pretty dumb. Yo, I'm out here pounding the ground, but these long runs, they're confounding me now. They say running is mind over matter, but that don't matter if your mind you can't gather. What do you do when you're out there feeling alone? You try to call your own brain, but it don't pick up the phone. When you're feeling down, you can't do it, you're feeling so low. Hon me some inspiration, because this is the time to grow. As I've said before, my sisters and brothers, you just gotta put one foot in front of another, and another, and another. Because even when it's hard out, you know I like to say, I'm grateful to run, and I'm grateful for today. On to the next one. Peace. My final run of the week was originally a 3-mile run, but again, due to my travel schedule, I swapped in a 7-mile run from week 13 in place of the 3-mile run. It went okay. Total time for the run was 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 41 seconds with an average heart rate of 140. Week 12, day 5. Was supposed to end the week with a 3-mile run, but due to my traveling, I had to switch my first run of week 13 with my last run of week 12, which means I'm closing out the week with 7 miles easy. Mile 1, 9:41. Mile 2, 9:41. It is so freaking hot out here. Mile 3, 9:47. Mile 4, 9:59. Oh, I'm struggling. Mile 5, 10:07. Mile 6, 10:13. 1 to go. Almost to mile 7, but this is not where I'm supposed to end up, so hang on, let me see if I can find where I'm supposed to end. Okay, yeah, this is where I meant to end up. 7 miles done. Oh, now it's time to cool off in the ocean! Oh. See you next time. Thankfully, week 12 is over, and now I'm looking ahead to week 13, which includes a half marathon race to close out the week. Effort and outcome for the week was a 5.5 out of 10. Despite the tough week, I'm grateful to run, and I'm grateful for today. 8 weeks to go. This is Foot Up to Finisher, and this is episode 12. Thanks for watching. See you soon.